Welcome back, everybody, to the Allianz Stadium. We are just moments.
What for you would be the thing they can improve upon? Malta, in his first year in charge, having last been the manager.
Incisive enough, even the movements, right? I remember the Bolonya team that's had to juggle Champions League with the new manager.
To recover their very best as we're underway from the Allianz Stadium as he continues to dart towards goal. Fagioli taking the strike in this team last year as well as at the Euros with Switzerland. As you look at the lineup scrolling across your screen, swung in again towards that near post. Cook Miners who's in and taking down off the chest, and Doy on the volley off the out.
Your opposition's not going to be able to score on you, but we've seen it
come back out towards this right side. And running with Cook Miners, goes for the early cross, and it came there to Conceição, who just couldn't. Miranda, who stood right in the way. Allianz Stadium, touch, send it down that line, way up. Bolonya probing, lifted it towards that back post from Miranda. Was a lift that cross and it takes a deflection on its way through. Wrestling there. It's the turn and that slip in behind it towards Odegaard, but
Bolonya are in Juventus' half and just forcing the Juve players to make these quick decisions on the ball.
On the corner, beyond Weah as well. Weah puts the tackle in, just get a piece of the ball, and it will eventually be. There's Miranda whipping in towards goal. It did take a nick on the way through. And it will be given as a corner. Perin watching it go over his butt. But they go long first. In towards Tim Weah. Taken down from behind. And it will be. Odegaard to deliver from the corner. Whipped in at pace in the heart of that.
What's important is just possession in Bologna's half. The way that the visitor.
Starting to get more action. Wow. Just about. Ball will be lofted back into play. Ball evading the pressure, but eventually Rui. Juve getting more aggressive. Locatelli going in there with Pobega and Vlahovic look to be off.
It's when the big boys are on. Europe, come and snap up your players like you know.
Miranda with a raking long ball. And Odegaard goes chasing and through in towards the run there of Fagioli. But Conceição. Lovely ball behind, and Doy will take the shot on and score! A deserved reward for the visitors. Dan and Doy in front of the away end. Scores for a second Serie A game running. They've shocked the Allianz Stadium. They lead by a goal to nil in the half hour.
Well, he was the danger man before.
Finding the angles home. Again, getting the better of Rui. Miranda, first time you can see the idea, and Doy got into that area. Conceição, and back for the first time strike of Fagioli, who puts it over. And Fagioli will whip the cross in. Cook Miners is there, the puncher with that midfield, winning it back through Gatti. And now Vlahovic, free kick to Bolonya. To sustain this for the full 90 minutes.
Possession, the opponent's half, string together more than a few passes.
Edge of the area, dancing again, beyond a couple, Conceição. Juventus to attack a bit more, keep home. That's the standout moment of the match so far. Wrestling there with Rui, who's
not as clinical. He's been very
into great positions. Has to put them away as Domingo. Poke beyond Lukumi and fantastic first touch. Dusan Vlahovic turning in the air. Chipped in behind, but that area Vlahovic will leave for Weah. Thought about a strike. Doy, low delivery towards that. On the area, Odegaard into that back post, and Castro and Cook Miners chipping into Vlahovic! And it's a great save from Skorupski, and the follow is wide. Miranda and Conceição is going to go pressurizing. Solution towards that penalty area, Conceição. No losses yet in Serie A. Hasn't quite hit the ground running as yet. Danilo underway with the second at 45 minutes. Stan and Doy was the star performer. I'll do so. To the dangerous part of that penalty area. He'll whip the ball in towards that back post. Rui will chest it back to. Home winning. Switch in the first half. Been in the middle. Gets it back from Vlahovic with a poor behind. Odegaard is in for two for Bologna. He scored! Poor giveaway from Juventus, and Bologna taking advantage. It could be a first win in 13 years for the Rossonero against Juventus. They lead away from home by 2-0. Domestic Argentine League. Dominguez has recovered and will take the strike on. We'll go for the long ball towards Conceição. Conceição trying to work. Conceição
here in Torino.
Superbly. Goal for Bologna. Rui, but trying to change the haircut minors. And the Dusan Vlahovic, the block. The area slipped into Miranda, tries that low ball in towards Danilo and comes up through for the Miners. The bit of attacking invention, and Juventus needed to get back into the game. Danilo for Teo Miners, his first Serie A goal for Juventus, draws them a goal closer.
No one needed this more.
Neatly into Castro, will go in behind into Dominguez, but gets it's floated all over. Strong tackle in there from
Allowed him to breathe. Time and time again, just either
sign into Rui. His cross is lifted in his catching practice. Lifted in behind into a tackle coming in from the fans here. Decent first touch towards goal, but Fabian go to the team's flanks and can slide in Miranda. He'll whip the cross in and Conceição now towards that byline. He'll try and get the cross in. Lukumi off Timothy Weah now into the penalty area. Cutting inside, Weah hits it. Still the attempt to play out from the back. You see it all over the world. Yildiz harrying, but on goes Ndoye. So good at keeping. And Yildiz is on goes Dominguez. He has a window to strike. And the save there from Perin, who can't pound. Drifting through that midfield. It's just about kept. Castro whipping it through that area. Vlahovic does flick on, but
for play.
Conceição here for Juventus. Conceição with the whip cross lifting into that area. Thuram is there. And now Rui into that area. Low cross could come. Whipped into that area. Here's Chico Conceição. Who again, low cross. And Mangula. Sending this crowd into delirium. Samuel Mangula has clawed back a point for Juventus. His second goal of his young Serie A career. And absolutely.
Xin chào các bạn.